Wray Morrison is joining us, doing play-by-play for the U of S Husky hockey team. He's from huskyfan.ca. Ray, in Calgary, Alberta, calling, championship hockey. Things are pretty good in your world.
Life is pretty good. And not only that, we've got a 12-degree day going here and 17 tomorrow. So we'll take that out here. So a little bit of sunshine, not much snow around here. So, no, things are good.
I want to start with Huskies are at the Can West Championship again. And I know there was some years, obviously, they haven't made it every year. But are they close to the record leaders in Western Canada when it comes to getting to this championship game?
Well, after you texted me that question, I went to Mr. Google, and unfortunately, I didn't find out the answer. I was hoping that I'd sound really smart. But I will say, so from 1958 to 1989, Claire Drake was the head coach of the Alberta Golden Bears, a legend, right? And by the time the Huskies had won their first Canada West banner through the 1970s, Alberta had already won 5 banners. So I'm probably thinking that maybe Alberta might have the edge on them. It is still wild to think, though, Barney, that from 1998 to 2020, there was a 25-year span where only the U of S Huskies or the Alberta Golden Bears won a Canada West title, right? Alberta won, I think, 17, and the Huskies maybe won 7 or 8 in that 25-year stretch. So just dominance from those two programs. It's obviously not like that anymore with Mount Royal and UBC and Calgary, and it's just much better and just much more exciting now.
For sure. We might as well throw Rob Dom's name in there, too, speaking of coaching legends for the Alberta squad for many years. Let's talk about this Husky team here. What's this? I was looking through the roster. Obviously, kids from all over, WHL experience, some that have played some pro already. What's this Husky team? What's the identity of it, I guess?
Brandon Cote likes really fast centers, really big forwards, and a transition game among defensemen that is something that opposing teams have to deal with, right? So those are the sort of hallmarks of any good team, but that's what he really likes. He really likes small, speedy centers that can move up and down the wing. But it's so interesting because you mentioned Mount Royal. Bert Gilling, the former Estevan Bruin, a Manitoba product. He played down at Bemidji State, by the way, as well. But his program, what he's done in Mount Royal, pretty much it's pretty much hockey, right, Barney? It's those things that make you win. And you know university sport is a little bit of a different animal in that the average age can be 21, 22, 23. There's not as much ice as in junior hockey, and thus there aren't really any stars because there's not much separation between the teams. The Huskies had 1 fewer win and 1 more loss than Mount Royal in the regular season. And now here we go for a second straight year in a best-of-3 series to see who's going to win this banner. So, every team tries to play that way. The one thing Brandon has done, boy, the players he brought in this year, Nolan Meyer, the goaltender, he held the WHL record in career wins in 2023. Well, he comes back and he does a great job. And Connor Roulette is leading the Canada West, or led the Canada West in regular season in scoring. In rookie scoring, pardon me. So those are 2 players that just come in and make a difference right away that go up against the Mount Royal team that, they have veterans too. They got a great team, and Josh Tarswell and Connor Bouchard, and their goaltender, Shane Farkas, is a veteran goaltender. He's good too. So I can't wait to get this thing going.
I'm thinking going back to covering those Husky men's hockey teams that seemed to make the final or just lose to Alberta in the early 2000s. Obviously, Mount Royal was in the other league. I think they were more playing the SAIT and the Nates and all that. Yeah. Where is this Mount Royal program, second straight year in the final? Where does this thing come from? What year? What can you tell us about that, Ray?
Well, they came in, I think it was 2014. I think Bert Gilling was their coach when they came into Canada West Hockey, and he's done an amazing job with that program. He really has. Bert's a very sharp guy. Like I said, he's got his sort of style and players that he likes. What's really impressive about him, though, is you think about coaching in a market where you have the Calgary Dinos, you have the Hitmen, you have the Wranglers, right? You got a lot going on here in Calgary, but he's done a terrific job of that program over the last couple of years, and they were so impressive to watch this year. I think they might have had 6 regulation losses in the 28 games that they played. So they are just a good, sound hockey team, right? And the Huskies only had 7. So you're literally dealing with best on best here tonight, or this weekend. But that's sort of the story of that program, right? Just finding really good players, being able to sell your program. That's the other thing where Bert does a great job, is that to sell your academic program in Mount Royal, where the University of Calgary sits. That's noteworthy too. So it's been impressive to watch.
What's up? Before I let you go, too, got to ask you, what's up with the women's basketball team? Because they're at nationals.
Yep. So they won 71-55 over UBC last night. Lisa Tomaitis going for a second straight championship. What was interesting was the 8th-seeded Laval Rouge-et-Or upset, used to be Ryerson. It's Toronto Metropolitan. They were the top-ranked team. So now the Huskies take on the 8th-seed Laval in the semifinal. But, there's no easy road. Calgary beat the Huskies in the Canada West semifinals this year. The Dinos are still in contention here. They're the Canada West champions. They will take on UNB in the other semifinal tomorrow. So, but that matchup tomorrow is going to be at 4:00 with the Huskies and Laval on Husky Fan.
Yeah, just drive people. Where do people go watch the hockey game tonight and everything? Just give that a plug too, Ray.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's radio, it's audio. It's on huskyfan.ca. So there's 4 different channels there: basketball, men's hockey, women's hockey, and football. So come 7:45 tonight, you click on the men's hockey channel at huskyfan.ca, and I'll be at the Flames Community Arena with the call of Game 1 of that best of 3. And then tomorrow at 4, you go to the basketball channel on Husky Fan, and Ryan Flaherty's in Quebec City, and he will have the call of that Husky game against Laval.
I was wondering if you were taking some sort of red eye out of Calgary to Quebec City and then back. I'm like, no, that's not possible. Unless they're getting Ray a PJ from Creosaire. I don't think that's...
I'm old enough... I'm old enough to remember Consumers Distributing like you have in your Twitter bylines. So those days of extensive travel are just long gone for me, buddy. That's it.
I'd love to go back to that smell of a Consumers Distributing. And
there you go.
Through the magazine and all. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Right on, Ray K. Have a great call tonight. As always, thanks so much for doing this with us here on SportsCage, and go Huskies.
Have an awesome weekend, Marty. Thanks so much.